check if there is volume and sound. Let's check if there is volume. Okay, there is sound. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Our usual daily Bitcoin analysis. Okay, let's check this. So we had an unexpected pump on Bitcoin. It is, by the way, it wrecked I think late shorts. That was the reason, and we'll see right now what happens, but I don't believe that we're going to be bullish. Nice pump from 19k to 20 point something. Okay, let's see the daily. Yeah, the daily, I think yesterday there was a red dot, but it was repented, it wasn't confirmed, and now it's bullish. So the money flow was falling, it was looking pretty dire, pretty bad. On the weekly we still have this yellow X and red momentum continuation. So on the weekly I would say we need to wait and see. On the daily, yes, there might be more days upside, a few more days to the upside, because we have divergence on the price versus the momentum, but the money flow is still in the red, so this pump might be weak pump. We don't know if it would be a strong one. Well, on the 4 hour we can see that this pump is almost done and the money flow is not so going so deep in the green, which means it's a small pump. It's you know, it's wrecking. The idea was to wreck the late shorts. Yeah, we're not having too many transactions here happening, so the money flow is not going up. I think there is a case that we can short this, so on the 30-minute okay, on the 15-minute we still have this money flow. We might have another wave to the upside, and probably after that it's good to short. I think the last few days we started to have volatility, so we started to have this volatility, and yeah, basically there was two actions. Either we break the cloud or we pumped, which was a little bit unexpected. It was very bearish. A lot of the sentiment was very bearish, so that's why we pumped. So we're near resistance 3, so we're near 20k. Can we go higher? Of course we can. Let me see. Okay, we held this trend line, and also the volume delta is going up. This is bullish. Okay, let me see the lower time frames. Oh, the 3-minute is getting hammered, but it's not falling down. 15-minute. To be honest, I think there is more to the upside on the 15 minute. Yeah, we have a 5 minute green dot, good one. I think that there will be more, little bit more upside, and then I can short. Yeah, if it goes to 20.5 or 6, definitely I will be shorting. Yeah, next resistance is 20.5, so I'd really like to see that resistance to take a short. Okay, let's see what is happening on the Google Trends. Well, we're going up on the Bitcoin price. Let's see 90 days. Yeah, we are slowly. So we bottomed and we are going up on this Bitcoin price interest over time, and we're going up on the price. This is unexpected. I was thinking that we're going to dump, but I need some on-chain metrics, on-chain data to understand more what is happening, and for this I am going to play Inspo Crypto.
Hello folks, welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspo Crypto. It was a very exciting live streaming last Saturday, very exciting. It was a big fun to interact with you guys. Just one thing that would be extremely helpful. Don't place off-topic questions while I'm making my full analysis, because I'm reading all your comments and sometimes that's just bringing some trouble in my mind. So please bring the off-topic questions at the end of the full analysis, and then we can talk about everything you want. I don't care. We can talk about monetary policy, geopolitics, and so on and so forth. Also about token, if I have the information about these tokens, of course. Another thing is I would like to introduce another chapter, as mentioned just 2 weeks ago. The problem I'm fighting against the time, because I'm involved in many different projects, not only on my professional, personal, private side, where I'm leading a project for a federal bank in Germany, but at the same time, Phoenicia. We know Phoenicia is going to be the project for George Wegwitz and Inspo Crypto. We will have this week a milestone meeting where we will go more in detail. Our personal roadmap says until end of the year we will release and launch the new website, Phoenicia Education, Phoenicia Academy, where we will introduce and provide you educational stuff, not only option trading, volume profile, and a lot of stuff that George is going to provide you, but at the same time my stuff, metrics, blockchain, indicators, also bringing some information about references and correlations and so on and so forth. So it will take a little bit of time, but at the end of the year we should start with Academy. Then we will go over and start to work on the financial parts. It's going to be Phoenicia Finance, where we will provide any kind of tools, informations for every crypto trade. So something like a cockpit where you have all kind of informations right there on one page. You have an overview about all events, all indicators, all everything that it's required to be a successful trader. We will talk about that later on, because that's going to take a little bit, but we will launch the roadmap then, and we will activate the Phoenicia Twitter account, and we will start to provide there more information about that, just to make it clear. But it takes time, and that's my problem at the moment. I'm fighting against time once again. However, it was a very funny stream last Saturday. We will go further. I think it makes sense to interact in that way, and so I will stop to provide every Saturday a full analysis, and instead to make a full analysis via live stream, 1 hour, adding another 30 minutes of Q&A. Well, we know 30 minutes, it's Inspo 30 minutes can mean 3 hours or something. So we will see about that. Another thing we need to talk about, because that's an update from Saturday's live stream, where we talked about the Fed, the monetary policy, and why I said that I'm not a friend of last week's rate decision by the Fed, because it was a very hawkish signal to the markets. And I mentioned that it was a great opportunity to bring a positive sign or signal to the markets. They missed that. I also said that to be too hawkish, to be too aggressive, could bring later on a bigger impact to the economy, a very worst one, depression just by deflation, for example. And I have said that one indicator on why OPEC Plus is going to reduce their oil production is because the crude oil demand will decline. That was Saturday. Today, Reuters is just publishing APEC oil stocks to rise on slower demand, OPEC cuts needed to bolster price. Yes, exactly that. It's not a good sign. A little bit expected. It came a little bit too quick because it's usually a process, but it seems that the global economy is shrinking quicker than I thought, and that's not good at all. So while the central bankers, in particular Fed, European Central Bank, Lagarde said today, oh, we will raise the rates every meeting from now on, and we will see when we will go to stop. So exactly the same, well, I would say the same hawkish version of the Fed, and that's not going to end well. Absolutely not, unfortunately. So it seems we are once again in hands of people. I wouldn't say they don't know what they are doing, because they are experts. They have much more data available than we have, and we can see what's happening and what's going to happen. Well, it is what it is, right? We can change that. The only thing we can do is to detect such kind of move and to try to figure out what would be our opportunity and to play that on a way that we will be the winner at the end of the day and not the losers, because we will have a lot, masses of losers on the other side, unfortunately. People that will just lose everything. Yeah, it sounds very negative, I know, but that's the truth. Let us talk about what's happening to the market, and we start with the Wealth ratio 30 days moving average. Yesterday, 71%. Well, we know, and I have showed once again, that the whole market is really very concentrated and very, very few hands related to Bitcoin. That's what's happening at the moment. Absolutely, in my opinion, not bullish at all. Absolutely not bullish at all. So they started to send Bitcoins once again. We did 71%. We know what that means every time when that happens. We declined. The sell pressure starts, and that's what, at least I was expecting a big push to the upside, but yeah, I don't see that on SPX. I don't see that on SPY. It's a little bit weak what they are doing, in my opinion, indicating they are still waiting and very nervous, because also this week is also going to be very tough. We will talk about that later on, about the events we will have this week. I have mentioned that on a tweet. Yeah, doesn't look great. So Wealth ratio 30 days moving average not reacting yet because it's delayed, so it will start to go up once again, indicating we can go even lower. I still think we are not going to create new lows, but it's just think. I don't know it. So we will see, and we need to adapt to what we are figuring out in my analysis and metrics and everything else. But for me, the most realistic scenario would be go up to 20k, even maybe to 22k if we can do it. That depends on SPY. If we have a short squeeze there, we can do it. We have a gamma wall at 20,500. It's going to be huge, but not impossible. If we can do it, yeah, we can go down to 17.6 to retest our current bottom and then afterwards go up again. But I was wrong with 24k since last year. So I don't have a crystal ball here. I'm not going to tell you the bottom is in, but I'm not going to tell you the bottom is not in. I mean, I don't think the bottom is in, because you say the bottom is in if you're expecting a bull run afterwards. It's not going to happen. No bull run. A rally, but not a bull run. And that's just going to be a rally without big accumulation and just to unload more of their bags. That's at least what entities are showing. So we need to see, but that's what I have in mind at the moment. So still expecting we can go up only with the support of SPY. I don't see Bitcoin strong enough to make it on itself. It had, for example, its opportunity this weekend. Nothing happened. Let us go forward. Weights ratio, 30 hours moving average, lifting up once again, while the price also lifted up, and declined close afterwards, because SPY was lifting up and Bitcoin wasn't following. It was declining even more. And last Friday, SPY was dumping and Bitcoin maintaining. That's why they do. That was a very short-term profit trade. Accumulate quick. Don't take all these Bitcoins from the exchanges, not required, because we are selling very soon. And then afterwards, start to dump it. And that's what they did. Why SPY was going up, so artificially creating demand, and they could start to sell just few hundreds above the price where they started to buy. That's a joke, but that's crypto right now. So yeah, whales ratio 1 hour at 89, so you know everything above of 90, it's much more critical, usually indicating bigger sell pressure is coming in. Not happening at the moment, but stablecoin supply declining even more than before, so new low. And stablecoin reserves on centralized exchanges declining as well. So it's mainly indicating they are selling, taking out all these stablecoins, sending to treasury, burning, swapping to fiat, and that's it. So it seems fiat is the most bullish asset right now. Incredible, yes, and a nightmare for every Bitcoin maxi, of course, at the same time. I'm very sorry to say that, but it's even for me, it's incredible to see how strong the US dollar looks like. Even I don't think that's going to hold an eternity. I don't think so. Absolutely not. But at the moment, it's just bringing a lot of pain. So let us go forward. So related to flow activity, very, very flat. Everything today, the biggest one was 1,000 Bitcoins. Yeah. And the second big one, 900 Bitcoins. But even stablecoin, nothing since a week now. Today we had 12 millions in stablecoin inflow, so that's peanuts. Nothing, absolutely nothing. But when I see such a very flat Bitcoin inflows, for example, the next step what I do is to change to the daily resolution, because for me the most interesting part is a little bit the net flow, you know, just to see where is the difference, or much more, can I see if these guys are accumulating Bitcoins on centralized exchanges, because I know and I can see that the reserves are lifting up. So that's the second most interesting part. And then I start to check, for example, we had here September 19th, so that's now a week ago, 23,000 Bitcoins inflows, 19,400 Bitcoins outflows, means in favor of inflows. Here 12,800 Bitcoins in inflows, 11,800 Bitcoins in outflows. Inflows in favor by just 1,000 Bitcoins, but then here, 20,000, almost 21,000 Bitcoin inflows, 17,000 Bitcoins outflows, 4,000 Bitcoins in favor for the inflows. Here, a difference, so opposite way, 12,300 Bitcoins inflows, 15,800 Bitcoins outflows, so at least 3,500 Bitcoins in favor of outflows. And then almost neutral, 15.5 to 15.7. And here 3,500 to 2,600, so almost 1,000 Bitcoins in favor of inflows. Then here once again 4,600 to 2,300, 2,300 Bitcoins in for inflows. And once again, so that's what these guys are doing. The gap is what it maintains on the centralized exchanges. And you say, well, but 7K, it's not big. No, it's 7K here, it's 3K here, it's 4K here, it's 5K here, and they are accumulating. Then when they see and have just one kind of price level they have in mind, they press the button and start to nuke. or to dump or whatever. And we can see that these guys are accumulating once again. It's crazy. Yes. Well, we don't need to say that just because they are accumulating on centralized exchanges, it's automatically bearish. Because even if we go up, they will try to distribute their way up. That's what Waze loves to do. At the moment, doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like that Bitcoin is strong enough just to push up by its alone. They need SPY. I am a little bit expecting a short squeeze on SPY. I can't tell you when exactly. Of course not. This week we need to wait because it's looking very tough this week. But I had to talk with George, and he is also expecting such a short squeeze on SPY. So that would support a lot to go up at least to 20,500, and then to check what's going to happen. Okay, let us go forward. So what we see is open interest recovered and declined very well because of the pump and dump, and of course the leverage ratio too. So what happened here? They liquidated late longs and shorts and high leverage positions as expected. Unfortunately, something they love to do. At least one thing changed since the weekend, and that's absolutely cool. Even in the weekend it happened, it seems, but since midnight we can see we received 150 millions in stablecoins to derivative exchanges. That's not bad, not huge, but not bad. And related to bitcoins, well, 2,000 bitcoins to derivative here, another 1,800 here, another almost 3,000 bitcoins here. I think that correlates very well to the market maker entities. And we have another 1,100 bitcoins here. So some activity happening there, nothing huge, but at least something is happening, and that's good. Even retailers are, it seems, staying away, because some people, when I tweeted that centralized exchanges activity is dumping very hard to new lows, people started to mention, yeah, but look, on Binance, more volume, it's not the problem. If you have 10 or 50 whales, they are going to generate you the volume, but Binance and all other centralized exchanges are not going to make big money with them. They make big money with quantity, so with a lot of traders, not just because of the volume. And so that's why my setup in this chart is transaction, so deposits and withdrawal counts. It's not about volume. I don't care about the volume. Not really. It can have some hidden information. It can. It don't need to have hidden information. We have a zero fee promo still running. Automatically, that's, let some people make different transactions on centralized exchanges, for example. I'm not directly talking now about wash trading, but also possible. So let us go forward. We can check. They liquidated here some shorts, nothing big, and I'm still missing here, I don't know why, all the informations to this chart. They changed. Now it's here. Okay. Well, so we can see that they liquidated some shorts, nothing big, and you know what I see when they are trying to liquidate shorts. Usually they liquidate shorts because afterwards we will go down. So it wouldn't surprise me if we go more up, more up, more up to liquidate all the shorts, more, and then to dump. We need to see. It's too early now to say that, but would be. That's the aggregated one, the aggregated view. We can see that they are liquidating some shorts, nothing big. At the same time, open interest lifted up when the price went up with a leverage ratio, and bought declined afterwards, indicating they liquidated shorts at the same time. Just for example, also here they are liquidating again shorts because many just jumped in here and they liquidated them, but nothing big on longs, for example. I mean, it doesn't look big, but now it looks bigger, right? So I can tell you why. We have here 145 bitcoins and shorts, and we have here, for example, 130 bitcoins and longs they liquidated. Not big at all, absolutely not. But they liquidated shorts, they liquidated longs. That was a shakeout, a little shakeout, and then afterwards up. Now we need to see if we are going more up, if we are going more down. I really don't know yet. That's Binance. We see on Binance funding rates lifted up, declined a little bit. We can also here see leverage ratio. So it seems they really liquidated a lot of, well, a lot, but at least relatively a lot of high leverage positions here. And that's why the open interest declined once again to its former low. Incredible. People will never learn it, it seems. So BitMEX, let us check BitMEX and then let us go directly here to the Kingfisher. What's happening here? Can we spin? What? Excess? Yeah, later on, not now. Go away now. No! Spin. Give me a blue. Give me a blue. Crazy. Yeah, I like. So Binance. Let us check here while we are taking into account. So still looking very bearish because almost 1.6 billion in longs while 800 million in shorts. 66 to 34. Still too bearish in my opinion. And once again on Ethereum looks a little bit different, a little bit more healthy, but even here not big at all, not big at all. So also here we need to see Binance reduce or it maintains its volume in clusters. We can see what they are doing, while for example short longs doing that here. So for longs we need to go even hitting 17k for example, while for shorts would be enough to go to 19.6. We are not that far away anymore from 19.6, so possible. Otherwise almost 28k, because that's where the big cluster is waiting. So let us check if that correlates also with FTX. Takes a little bit. No, it doesn't. Absolutely not. So in FTX we have more longs, so they are doing the opposite of Binance. While we have on Binance low leverage shorts, big it seems, just based on the cluster. We have on reduced in liquidations, but we have on FTX exactly the opposite. So on FTX they have low leverage longs instead. Also interesting. So we need to see. Doesn't correlate at all. Let us go forward. So FTX, it seems it's stabilizing and potentially they start to go up. We had here a reversal, a flip, also here on the aggregated, but then also here flip back. You know, doesn't look great at all. That's FTX. That's Binance. Binance, as mentioned, they started to buy more here, then they flipped once again here. So also here we need to see that's one-to-one, of course, because Binance is due its liquidity has a bigger impact to the price. That's Bitfinex. Not buying at all, instead using any kind of opportunity to distribute even more. And well, Coinbase, well, I mean Coinbase didn't purchase, no, they are even not doing anything. Wow, crazy. So yeah, doesn't look great at the moment, to be honest. If we check now the entities, retailers, well, lifting up more. Also here, also here. So once again, wallets with less than 100 bitcoins, extremely bullish. These guys did what they love to do: buy the dip, sell the local top, make quick profits, and the market maker entities. And these guys are not accumulating at all, not even start to rise their balances. It will take a little time, but nothing big happening here. Also here to these entities mainly related to centralized exchanges lifting up, indicating, and it matches very well to their reserves, Bitcoin reserves, that they are lifting up. We can see in that
out of the pump, this still looks bearish for me. I would love to see a little bit more upside to short. at at these levels. 20.34, somewhere there. Yeah, there should be another one, another small pump, and then a dump, most probably. But we'll see. Nobody has a crystal ball. On the 1 hour, it's not so bullish on the 1 hour. Actually, it looks bearish on the 1 hour. Let's see. Okay, this is it from me. Have a nice Tuesday.